Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. I was going to upload uh, the last part of chapter 1 for Deltarune, but I had two problems with that. One is I didn't have a lot of time to cut down, I guess, the necessary parts of it throughout the week. And the other issue, it's more of a me issue, I guess. I guess it's more of a YouTube issue, actually, because the first part only had two views, as opposed to, say, the reaction videos or even the Master Duel uh, meme videos. So it's YouTube telling me, okay, don't play games, just react to stuff, or just upload Master Duel meme matches, or matches with memes. So I still want to play stuff. I just don't know if I'll be able to break out, or break free from the shackles that the algorithm makes. But I still want to keep playing. If uh, I already played and recorded part of two, chapter two, not chapter one. Chapter one I already finished. But if it's so bad like that, like if doesn't even get to like 20 views, which I think 20 views is fair. It's long gameplay, so not everyone is going to watch it. But if like the either part 2 of chapter 1 or the whole, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole chapter 2, but if they get less than 20 views, like either of them, if either of them breaks from the 20 views, I will just keep going just because I want to. But if it's less than that for both of them, mm, I'll just I guess I'll just play it on my own just because I still want to play the games. Doesn't mean I have a lot of time to do so though. So not recording it will be very good when it comes to my time. I also won't have to stop to like voice act. I will just read fast the dialogues as they appear. Whatever. Now this video, yes, is another reaction. This is an interesting one that I just saw in the recommendations, like the recommended tab, right next to the actual video you're watching. And I thought it was interesting. The seven heavenly virtues as VTubers. So I want to know what this person thinks. I uh do I even know what the virtues are? I might know a couple, but everyone knows the capital sins. Everyone knows those. These are like the opposite, the heavenly virtues. So it's like the seven best traits that you could have as a person. That's what the seven heavenly virtues are. So this person, Xeno Quest, I'm not sure what kind of video is it going to be, if it's just like a breakdown and explanation, or if it's going to lean more on the meme side. I'm pretty sure there are going to be memes. It's about VTubers. There are always memes, even in explanations about them. Maybe. So this is going to be an interesting one. Again, I hope my voice is heard over the actual audio. But anyways, this is a kind of a long video, 21 minutes and 17 seconds. So I'll just start right away. And let's hit it.
Alright guys, whoa. There are 7 VTubers that perfectly embody the 7 heavenly virtues. These virtues include temperance, charity, diligence, kindness, patience, humility, and chastity. Each of these VTubers perfectly embodies one of these virtues. Hi, I'm Zeno. I will be your host.
Ooh.
I'm supposed to be a Gundam, but my audience just calls me Timu
Oh,
Optimus Prime.
that's a
Subscribe
very cool
for
model,
Timu
bro.
Optimus Prime. And while you're at it, you might as well click the join button. And thank you
How
to
can you not
everybody who
know
has
that's
already
Gundam
clicked the join
design? I
button.
know that's a
You
Gundam
guys are
design, and I'm not
legends.
even a
Now,
Gundam fan.
let's begin. Humility is described as the quality of having a modest view of one's value or importance. And for some reason, this is a virtue that so
So
many
many
VTubers
VTubers.
struggle with. But there is
Yeah.
one VTuber who had more reason than any other VTuber in history not to remain humble, and yet she remained humble all the way up until the end. Gargura is accurately
Yeah.
been described as the largest VTuber in the world. She is getting close to 5 million subscribers with fans all over the world, truly global reach. She
Yes.
has brought VTubing to a vast new audience. She has an unprecedented ability to connect with people and have people who have never seen VTubing before instantly accept her and VTubing. My favorite example of this is when she sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game at the LA Dodgers and had the entire
And
stadium
that's a pretty newer
singing
thing.
excitedly along with her.
That was just
And
last
these are
year.
baseball fans, not VTubing fans. And I don't think there's a big overlap.
I can imagine like either 5 to 10% went there last year. This year, they were more. They were prepared. I think we had more of a notice, because I believe last year was only on Twitter, as opposed to this year they showed it like a month prior on the main whole like
Sticking with the
YouTube
sports theme, I've seen people
channel.
call her the LeBron James of VTubing, truly a titan and historical figure within the community. And yet, I would challenge you to find one clip, let alone multiple clips, of Gargura bragging or boasting. And that is with her being definitively the top dog in the community for consecutive years. Yet, despite all of that, she remained humble. And with her graduating, I can now confidently say that Gargura remained humble all the way up until the end.
Oh,
And for that reason, I call Gargura the embodiment of the virtue of humility. One
I
of the
agree.
most underrated factors in Gargura's success is her own personal hard work. Yet there is one VTuber who surpasses even Gargura when it comes to working
Oh, I think I
diligently.
know.
Diligence is described as the virtue of careful and persistent work or
I
effort.
think I know this
And
one.
Vettel
Oh,
987's diligence has led to the rise
okay,
of
fair.
not
I was
one,
thinking of
but a
Iron
whole
Mouse,
family of VTubers
but
that has
fair.
broken records and captured the hearts of people around the world. Vettel is a drunken British turtle VTuber, and if you've never heard of Vettel, you've almost certainly heard of his most famous creation,
Nero
Neurosama.
Sama. Yeah.
Neurosama and also her twin sister Evil, and quick shout out to Filtered Sama. Everybody forgets about Filtered. are all
Alright,
AIs.
filter.
And if
Technical filter
Gargura
is a
is the
third
undisputed
AI.
queen of VTubing, then Neurosama is the undisputed queen of AI VTubers. Maybe just the undisputed queen of AI in general. She recently displayed her superiority over Grok. Yet none among this family of AIs would exist without the diligent hard work of Vettel. You see, Neurosama was not originally
What's the
intended
meme
to
that I
be
saw?
an AI VTuber. Instead, she
Latency.
was intended to be an AI for the rhythm game Osu. But then one of Vettel's real life friends gave him the idea of creating an AI VTuber, and so he converted this Osu AI into what we now know as Neurosama. But Vettel's hard work and diligence did not stop there. He continuously upgrades and updates Neurosama regularly, giving her new tricks, making her smarter, allowing her to interact with chat,
I
sing,
don't want to
call her friends
imagine
on Discord. She even runs her own
the
Twitter now,
whole
which is why
warehouse
she's
that
beefing with
he
Grok,
should have as
naturally.
a
But
server
again, Vettel's
for
diligence did
Nero.
not stop there. He
Damn, I
created
don't want
Evil,
to
a
look at
twin
those
sister
builds
for
either.
Neurosama. And so, with Annie, the artist behind Neuro, serving as the mother, Vettel, the programmer, serving as the father, and Neuro and Evil, the two sisters, Vettel created VTubing's first family channel. And because of this, Neurosama
True.
and Vettel by proxy became the top female
Look at the
streamer on
that
Twitch,
look of
a drunken
superiority.
British man.
She knows. She knows
But
she's the
also,
top dog of
Neurosama has
Twitch.
also set world records, setting the world record for the largest Twitch hype train in the beginning of 2025. And this all comes down to Vettel's hard work and diligence. And that is why Vettel is the embodiment of the virtue of diligence. An
Little
interesting fact
mumbling.
about Vettel
Latency,
is that one time
latency,
he nearly
latency.
bankrupted an entire plushie company by accidentally giving his entire massive audience a free plushie promo, which
Oh.
you could consider to be extremely charitable. But
Oh.
even that level of accidental charity pales in comparison to the charity of our next VTuber.
Oh.
Charity
Let me see.
is described as the selfless
who is it
love
going
and
to be?
generosity towards others. And for
Iron
Iron
Mouse.
Mouse, it isn't just her who is extremely charitable, it is her entire audience. And
That-
she would first be on
that
the
is true.
receiving end of her audience's charity before she would demonstrate it herself in an even greater way. You see, Iron Mouse unfortunately has common variable immunodeficiency.
Yes, I do
an
know
immune
that.
disease
We
that
know
leaves her
about
largely
Iron Mouse for a
bedridden
long
and
time because she
extremely
was like the
susceptible
first
to infection and disease.
Latina
Because of
VTuber.
this, she spends most of her time in a bed and
Oh,
requires
this is her
a
second
medical
model.
grade bed. And
For-
early on in
For
her
those who
career,
don't know,
she
this is
set out
her
with the
second
goal
model.
of raising $2,000
Her
for
first
her to
actual
get a new
original
medical
model.
bed. Iron Mouse set the fundraiser as a long-term goal and hoped to raise the $2,000 over the course of the next 8 months. Foolish Iron Mouse. Her audience raised the $2,000 in less than 10 minutes, demonstrating their extreme levels of charity. This was early on in
Oh,
Iron
yeah.
Mouse's career before
that
she
was
became
very
so
early.
huge. But she would pass this charity on. In more recent times, she would hold a legendary subathon in which she would surpass the at-the-time record holder Kai Cenat in active followers on Twitch, and she would pledge 50% of the income from this subathon to charity. Despite this act of charity, the 1% most insane among Kai Cenat's fans
Oh,
would
yeah.
become very upset that
I
this
saw that.
anime bullshit dared to surpass their Oshi and husbando. But unlike the insane 1% among his fan base, Kai Cenat actually respects Iron Mouse, and when he would hold his own subathon reclaiming the title, he would follow in her example, pledging 50% of the income
Either
from
he
that
does
subathon
respect
to
her,
charity. This
or he
demonstrates that not
respects
only is Iron Mouse raising
her,
money for charity, she is inspiring others to
virality
do
or
the
her
same.
like
Iron Mouse has
popularity.
personally given $300,000
So it'd be dumb for
to
him
the Immune
to have any
Deficiency
beef with
Foundation,
an
and her
anime
fan base has
girl
raised
online.
over
Not
$1
only that,
million
but with
For
and
the
I'm a
sake
girl
of
who's like
elevation,
who has an
this
immune
makes
disease that
Iron
can't
Goose the
go out,
embodiment of
at
charity.
least
It could be said
regularly.
that giving so much to charity is a fantastic display of
So whatever
kindness.
it is,
However, even Iron
Sky
House's
Senat is
kindness pales in
smart.
comparison to our next VTuber. Kindness is described as the quality of being friendly, generous, and
Huh.
considerate.
I wonder
And our
who's this
next
going
VTuber
to
has
be.
kindness at her very core. Unfortunately, this kindness was demonstrated through a great tragedy. Camilla is a VTuber who
Oh.
loves to meet with her fans, and it was at one of these fan meets that fate would take a dark turn. Camilla would receive a gift from a parasocial fan at one of
Oh,
these
yeah.
meets. Unbeknownst to her,
That's
this
like a
gift
tracker, right?
held a dark secret, a tracking device.
Yeah.
While Camilla was streaming, this parasocial fan used the tracking device to find out where she lived, and he would begin harassing her. He would knock on her windows while she was streaming, and there are clips of this happening. The next day, while Camilla was live again, there was a sudden, loud bang. This parasocial fan was attempting to break into her house with a sledgehammer while she was live.
Lena's
yeah.
is so cute too. Oh
I
my
don't
god, look at her
remember
little like.
about that. I don't watch Camila, like her streams,
What the fuck was that?
but I did see that new.
What the?
I that's messed
Hold on,
up.
hold on.
People are messed up. There are people, too many people that are messed up in the head. That's a lot of time. I would be worried.
Fortunately, the cops were nearby, and this parasocial fan was arrested without anybody being hurt. What's so scary about this situation is that this parasocial fan repeatedly told the cops, "It's okay. She's my friend." But it's in the aftermath of this tragedy that Camilla's kindness would shine through. After this attempted home invasion, Camilla was obviously shaken up, and the decision was made that she would no longer do meet and greets with her fans. Instead of thinking about herself, which would be very understandable to do,
Of
Camilla was
course.
thinking about her fans and was sad that she could no longer meet with her fan base and express how much she loves seeing them and their smiling faces, as well as giving them hugs.
I'm really sad to say this next part. I think from here on out, you don't know how depressing it is not being able to do IRL meet and greets anymore, or getting gifts from fans anymore. I always used to tell my mom how cute it was to hug my fans, and then you can feel them shaking when they hug you. It was such a cute feeling.
Oh.
Literally feel them shivering as they hug you because it probably means so much to them, and I can't do that anymore. And just seeing their smile right in front of me in person, all because of one fucking guy.
At a time
That
like this, when
just
tensions
because
and
of
emotions
one,
are so high,
just
there are
there's
no places to hide.
you only
And
need
one's
one
true
person
character
to ruin
shines
it
through.
for
Yet
everyone
Camilla was
else.
thinking about her fans and how greatly she enjoyed meeting with them. This
But there is
demonstrates
still
that
the
kindness
safety
is
measure
at the
for
very
her.
center of Camilla's character
Safety
and
goes
is one of
first.
her core character traits. I believe that kindness is one of the things that makes Camilla, Camilla. And for that reason, I declare Camilla to be the embodiment of kindness. Suffering through such a tragic event definitely requires a large deal of patience. Yet there is one VTuber who
I like the
surpasses
way he
even
transitions
Camilla
into the
in
next
patience.
virtue.
Patience is described as the ability to endure suffering, delay, or hardship without becoming angry or upset.
Got a
This
nice
VTuber
script there, bro.
suffered through great
Nice
hardship
layout of
when
the
the
video.
entire
I like
system
it.
was set against her, and she endured it with grace and humility. At the
By the
time,
way,
Doki Bird was
the
known
script
as
thing
Solen
is not a
and she was
shade.
working for the
When you're
VTuber
making
agency
videos,
Niji
you
Sanji.
usually
What
need
fans
either a
didn't know is
script
that
or like
behind the
a
scenes, Solen was
rules or
reportedly being
bullet
taken
points to go
advantage of
through.
by management at Niji Sanji and
So
enduring a
that's
lot
just
of
part of
bullying
the
and a toxic work
of making an
environment.
actual
This
video,
bullying
more
and toxic
professionally
work
that is.
environment would take a toll on Solen Tatsuki, and she would attempt to, how do you say this on YouTube, commit
Minecraft.
sewer
Minecraft.
slide. Despite this,
Minecraft
Niji
yourself.
Sanji would decide to
At least
terminate
I've seen some people
Tatsuki
say
in a
that.
very toxic manner,
Did
and
YouTube
the
catch up on
CEO
that
of Niji
eventually?
Sanji
I don't think
would
they did.
come out and say that the termination of Selen Tatsuki was negligible. Obviously, this enraged
Oh yeah.
the internet, and they set out with the goal of sinking the CEO's yacht. They did
Yep.
not succeed in sinking the CEO's yacht, but they did succeed in sinking Niji Sanji's stock prices.
Yay.
Got him. In the aftermath of this, more and more information would come out corroborating Selen Tatsuki's experience, including a leaked Niji Sanji contract, which just demonstrated how oppressive and toxic the company of Niji Sanji
Oh
was.
yeah, I never
It's
actually
insane
took
that
a look
there are
at
still
that.
people supporting Niji Sanji in the big 2025. I don't get it.
Yeah, don't get
Despite
it
all of
either.
this,
There are people that
Selen
you can
Tatsuki
like
never
over
lashed
there.
out, and she endured all of
I
this
like
with
Rosemi.
grace and humility.
Rosemi is great.
Selen
I follow
Tatsuki
her
would
even
then
before she was
return
Rosemi.
to her previous character of
But
Doki Bird and begin her journey as an
I
independent
I
VTuber.
want. I
She would
can't.
receive a tremendous amount of support,
It's
and her
not on me.
patience paid
Like
off
that.
because
I
in
don't have
modern
any me
times,
to
Doki Bird is
just
absolutely
forget about
killing
that.
it, being one of the top Marvel rival players in the world. A fact that I am endlessly envious of because it's the only game that I play and I still suck. Because Doki Bird endured
Relatable.
with
Not
grace
with
and
Marvel
patience
rivals.
when
There
a
are
billion-dollar
only
company
a
was set
handful of things
against
that I
her,
play, and I
I
suck at
declare
them.
Doki Bird to be the embodiment of patience.
Yep.
Now, Marvel Rivals is a game that sometimes does the opposite of embracing chastity.
Oh
But
yeah.
the same cannot
Oh yeah.
be said about our next VTuber. Chastity is the
I wonder
virtue
who.
of remaining
This one's
pure
interesting.
and refraining from sexual activity. And
Oh, wait.
chastity, like humility, is a virtue that so many VTubers struggle with. Now, it's almost expected coming
Cool.
from the females, but even the guys struggle with this virtue. And the thing is, they lie about it too. Rev Says Desu is a commentary VTuber who
What?
reports on internet gaming and VTuber news. And he has
Oh.
repeatedly stated that he does not sexualize his character. Now, he is telling the truth if you just look at his videos. However, if you open up his merch shop, it tells a completely different story.
Oh yeah.
On the other hand, Fallside is a commentary VTuber who does much the same as Rev, reporting on internet and VTuber news in a news anchor-esque voice. But unlike Rev, Fallside really does refrain from sexualizing his character. All Fallside does is report
Isn't it
the
false
news. Even if you
ID?
dig deeper and look at Fallside's merch, he does
Like
not
it's supposed to be a
sexualize
poem
his
with
character.
ID
And there really isn't too much to be
identification.
said about Fallside and chastity, simply because it's something that he doesn't do. But in a sea of content creators where 95% of VTubers sexualize their characters, being one of the few that simply doesn't do it makes Fallside stand out. And for that, I declare Fallside the embodiment of the virtue of chastity. Simply reporting the news in an objective manner has gotten Fallside into some hot water, and refusing to lash out when that happens has required some temperance from Fallside. However,
Oh,
even
temperance. This is
Fallside's
the last one,
temperance
right?
pales in comparison to our final VTuber. Temperance is described as the quality of moderation or self-restraint, and no other VTuber has required more
I
temperance
have some
than
self-restraint.
Nuxtaku.
What?
Nuxtaku is a male commentary VTuber and
What?
a self-described enjoyer of chaos, and his career has been defined by repeatedly being stabbed in the back by his friends. Nuxtaku's most recent betrayal put his temperance on full display. Nuxtaku used to run a podcast with Mudahar as well as Oompaville called the Some Ordinary Podcast.
I'm not
And
sure if I
Mudahar
agree
and
with this
Oompaville
one.
Were two of Nuxtaku's
With
best
Falls,
friends
I
online.
was thinking,
However,
okay,
a few months ago,
maybe.
Mudahar betrayed Nuxtaku and out of the blue
I think
released a hit
that
piece video
I've
on
seen
Nux
a couple of times
called
where
Post
Falls
Nux
has
Clarity.
like
Legendary
the
video title, by the way.
like the
Nuxtaku is
Noki
one of
Doki
the
Eyes
most
meme, you know,
controversial
who-
VTubers in
the
the
one that
world,
became kind of
and there are
viral
armies of people willing to hate
about
on
some
Nux
art
at the
and
drop
stuff.
of a hat. Yet
But I
even
don't know if I agree
Nuxtaku's
with
haters
this take
couldn't stand behind
about Natsuko.
post-Nux clarity. Mutahar could have made good use of this advice. If you're gonna bring the tea, make sure it isn't stale. Everything that Mutahar brought up in post-Nux clarity was old news. He didn't bring anything new to the table. And the worst part about it was, he dropped post-Nux clarity because he felt pressured to disavow Nux because of Redditors. Post-Nux clarity was an egregious betrayal by one of Nuxtaku's closest friends, but it also put Nuxtaku's temperance
If
on full
you
display.
meet
Nuxtaku's audience, as well as Nuxtaku's other
very
friends,
well-known
told Nux
VTubers,
that he was being far too easy on Mutahar in the aftermath of post-Nux clarity.
you're not meeting
But
friends.
Nuxtaku
If you
chose
have
the
met
path
them
of peace. Nuxtaku reached out to
from
Mutahar
way back,
behind the scenes and had
it
private
might.
conversations with him instead of retaliating in kind, like he was justified in doing so.
But unlike some other
Not cool.
situation where someone gets backstabbed and therefore they are arch nemesis, I completely forgive Mutahar for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Obviously,
of
I don't
course
want
you
any
do.
hate to be sent his way. Obviously,
course
he
you do.
is my friend, and
Yeah.
Instead of retaliating, Nuxtaku chose temperance and forgave Mutahar, and now they are friends again, and both Nuxtaku and Mutahar are living rent-free in the head of the second biggest political streamer on Twitch.
but I think
Oh.
we
I
can
mean-
channel all of this negative energy and unite against Hassan. No, that was a joke.
And for that, I declare
Okay,
Nuxtaku
that was
the
kind of based.
embodiment of temperance. You know what? Fuck it. I'm never gonna beat the Optimus Prime allegations. Autobots, roll out!
Nice. It's I don't know. Sometimes it's better to let the meme uh or like let the chat being contrarian to the meme. Like showing you don't dislike it, but just be mildly annoyed by it. It's part of the fun, I believe. So it was a pretty decent video. Okay, I won't say that I don't totally agree. Now that I think about it, about the Nuts Taku situations that he's had, but I will say that the rest of Nuts' personality don't show me the actual temperance. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been a contrarian. He's always been someone who likes to kick the hornet's nest. So that's the kind of mental image that I have of him, and it clashes with virtue. But I guess he did just defend himself from allegations back in the Bishojo debacle. I think that's how you say it. Whatever. And I did support Notstaku back then. But then there was another thing happening with Rev, who was also mentioned in the video, and I don't know, he got like too defensive about it. I would say. So I'm not quite sure about the temperance. Uh, it's also not like I watched too many people. Like my scope is mainly whole life and some whole life adjacent VTubers as well, or just that are kind of popular. I don't even watch too many streams. The streams that I watch are just Vivus. Like I've tried to tune into every single one of them. It's hard to do, so I haven't been able to. However, I just try to watch as much of the things that I can. As for other VTubers, I always try to be on the known, like know about them, see the latest clips. If I can, I will jump into a stream. Like I watch Bay's outfit revealed. That happened just yesterday. But I guess I will just need to think about the temperance thing to see if it's actually accurate. For now, I guess it works. Just because he was basically getting slandered by people bigger than him, and every single time he was just like, well, uh, this is just untrue, but I won't hate on you. So I I guess in a way it is a display of temperance. Anyways, this is a very interesting video. This Xenoquest guy, uh, this Gundam guy. I will call you Gundam. No, you're Gundam. He's pretty cool. I wonder if he has more videos that I could watch, even in my own free time. This one just looked interesting as a reaction. And anyways, this despite the length, this was a quick one. And now for sure next week I will upload the second part of chapter 1 of Deltarune. For sure. If I don't, I will delete my channel. There, I said it. I will delete my whole channel if I don't upload the second part of chapter 1. Like what everything that's missing from chapter 1. So hold me accountable if it doesn't happen. I will delete my channel. I never go back on my word. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a like. Also, give a like to Xenoquest and also subscribe to him if you like this kind of video from him. And if you like my reaction, just you can also subscribe to me. And if the stars align, I will see you next time.